but I wasn't planning a road trip, so I haven't got my phone holder with me. But as there's some nice clouds, I thought I'd do a road trip. We're not going far. We're going down to the BO shop in Memorion, which isn't my BO shop of choice, but it's the quickest and closest, and I've got a Zoom call at 4:30, so I need to be back for that. So it was really lovely. It was foggy. It was foggy for quite a while this morning, so it's really lovely to see the sun and the clouds. I've been looking at checking food that I have in the house to see what's got gluten, what hasn't, and I've just had a horrible discovery. Marmite has gluten, is gluten, practically is. It's a whole pot of gluten. And I know that there's a whole thing around Marmite, isn't there? You either love it or hate it. I love it, and I'm not going to be able to eat it, which is a bummer. Need to check the Worcester sauce. I put that, so there was a little bit of Marmite in the chili con carne yesterday, and there was some Worcester sauce, so I need to check both those. So we had gluten-free cauliflower cheese for dinner, which was really simple. I just did it with cream and cheese and butter and seasoning, so that couldn't have been more simple. We had some bits of bacon with it, which was nice. I did a bit more on my bike this morning, a little bit longer than I have been able to do. It's still not very long, but it was a little bit longer, and at the end I did a bit of a sprint, which is shocking. And don't feel any the worse for it, which is intriguing, really. I sort of think that I'm obviously ready to get back on my bike or get back into the exercise thingy. So over the last week I've had 8 new subscribers, and I would be interested to know why. Why have you subscribed? What was it that you liked? What drew you to subscribing? I'd like to know, so that I can do more of the same, or I can just carry on doing what I normally do. I wonder whether Vegemite is gluten.
Likely.
Yeah, probably. Remember when Mark and I first got together? We weren't living together, but we were spending time at each other's homes. And I went over, it was my turn to stay at his house, and he'd bought Vegemite. Having no idea how Vegemite and Marmite are just not the same. I soon told him, as you can imagine. I've got to do a bit of clearing up when we get home. There's polystyrene out the back where the greenhouse was, and the chickens are pecking at it. I've moved it and raised it up higher, out of their reach, I think, but it probably isn't, so I need to go out there with a recycling bag and recycle it, because they're eating bits of polystyrene and play havoc with the eggs.
Plastic eggs.
Yeah.
But you might have well-insulated eggs.
Well-insulated eggs, yeah. Because we need those. not. Oh, it looks odd down here without those flags. Wonder what they're planning. That's the roundabout of Europe. It had all the European Union flags on it. They took the British flag off. The flags have been there ever since, but for the last few months, there's been no flags up.
Perhaps they don't want to jump the gun. They know Britain's left the EU.
Yeah.
But they think, having got as far as taking down all of them, preparatory to evening them out without a British flag in it,
They don't want to risk it.
they think there's a strong rejoin Europe movement, and they might as well wait until we've made our minds up again.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Because that's what they do, isn't it? Kowtow to Britain, not. So there's a budget going on in the UK. That'll be intriguing to see what that's all about. Bloody politicians. So bloody rich. They're so rich. And they can claim all their expenses. It doesn't matter to them what they do to poor people. They really don't care.
I mean, I sort of think it's a bit like the whole public school running the country thing. Yeah, I think it has its huge pitfalls, and you end up potentially with massively emotionally illiterate people running the country. And I suppose it's the same as people being rich and running the country. But at the same time, you'd like to think that the people you've got running the country are successful people and well educated. So it gets a bit complex, I think.
You finished?
Yeah, all right, we can go now.
Can I?
You carry on.
That's the end of the road trip.
Well, until we go back.
You said you'd finished.